New at 6, a man who struck two pedestrians with his car on West Skyline and then drove off won't face jail time. Last month, 68-year-old Jeffrey Luck pleaded guilty to 2 counts of criminal vehicular operation. The crash happened September 23rd when Luck was driving on West Skyline. He struck a 58-year-old woman and 74-year-old man and then drove away. The victims were rushed to the hospital and survived. Authorities later tracked down Luck. Based on comments he was making, he was put on a mental health hold at the hospital and then taken to jail. Thursday, a judge sentenced him to 2 years supervised probation. Luck also still has a driver's license. He doesn't appear to have a prior criminal history.